We have consented to being live streamed.
Have.
Zoom has really improved in their consent features. Um,
I shudder to think what it was like previously.
well, you just be live streaming.
Ah.
Um, welcome. We are
Hello.
here for our weekly review. Because
Yes,
it's that time. It's been a week.
Yep. It's been a week.
I had a week on Monday.
You kind of did pack. Actually, both of our Mondays were a bit of a thing.
Yeah. And because your Monday happened before 5 p.m., I don't even associate that as being the same day.
Yeah.
All right. So we're here to do a weekly review, despite at least one of us feeling less prepared than normal.
Not just one of us. More than one of us.
We're unified in our lack of sense of preparation.
Yes.
And it's really, it brought up an interesting thought for me, which is how often we do things like, oh, I'm not ready to do that thing yet, like review, because of blank, but really it can be the review that can help us get back on track. And so It's a little bit of a false economy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And so, yeah, because I was having that sensation of like, oh, I was going to clear my inbox ahead of time and clear my notifications ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I didn't sleep for a night. I am lucky I am here.
Correct.
Hey. There he goes. I'm lucky I'm here. And we're all lucky I'm here. So whatever.
I'm very lucky you're here.
I'm lucky you're here too.
Thank you. Even though I have a very not professional appearance with my, actually, let me show you. It may not.
You realize when the camera only comes to here, we actually may not even notice that.
No, but I want to show it off.
Okay.
Hang on. Choose video.
I'm just saying you outed yourself.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay.
Aware.
All right.
So here. This is it's hard to see. It's a stormtrooper. See?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yes, it's a huge, enormous, stylized-ish stormtrooper.
And this is the first time I'm seeing that stormtrooper.
I swear it's not. I sent you a picture
of
River when they were like 2 months old.
Yeah, I was going to say something's coming back, but I think your child was an actual infant at the time.
Yes, an actual, like, small. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's never been anything that small about your child. I'm just saying.
No, there are some children who are like 3 months old who River was bigger at birth than.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so we're here for the review. Colleen, do you have any themes for your weekly review this week?
I think maybe projects.
Okay.
I think making sure that they're kind of tended to, which is a hard. I know what that means. I can do that.
Okay. Because that's all that matters is that you know what that means.
Yes. It can be vague. I mean, like, tend to do the thing, but I'm.
She knows me well enough to know that that's the kind of thing I would ask for clarification on.
And that is completely valid. And I would want all people to say, okay, do I really know what that means? Can I take action on that? Have I taken that action before? Yes, the answer is. So, yeah, projects. Your good self.
Getting my head above water.
Okay.
So I did an unplanned all-nighter, which I am definitely too old for, on Monday. I finished up with my client meetings and because last week, this is actually a continuation because last week I said, I am choosing this as my deadline for this conference video. And it was the date that I was pretty sure I'd find out how I was going to be able to submit it. And in fact, I did, since that happened yesterday. But what it meant was when I was like, but that's okay, because Tuesday's my video day. And my editor said he only had to work his other job on Saturday. But his world had changed since he told me that. He didn't remember telling me that. And so I was assuming we could both work on the project together on Tuesday. But in fact, he had another job to do on Tuesday.
So it was like, Oh, I guess this is
like, okay,
happening now.
I guess we're not going to bed till this is done.
Yeah.
And it was like I had made changes, and so I needed to like help him mark those changes in his copy to get it out there. And so yeah. So he's doing that today, so we can upload it this week finally and move on to the actual course, which I'm really ready to do. I know, but that's the thing that's been like killing me in my brain every time I tried to do a calendar review for the past few weeks, which was I have a deadline that's theoretically past due, but nobody's told me when it's actually due. It's that thing we always tell clients not to do, is to have like a deadline you haven't clarified with somebody. Except,
but you couldn't. You kept trying. You're like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Clarifying it for me. Yeah. Yeah. So we picked it and we did an all-nighter, which means yesterday is completely a blur.
Yep.
That ended with me having a dream about Tim Cook wrestling alligators or something, because that's how sleep deprivation works. And on Apple announcement days.
I know who Tim Cook is. I want to look up a picture of him just so that this.
He is the only Fortune 500 openly gay CEO.
Yes, I did know that. I am kind of in that
also
sphere.
It depends on which picture you get, because actually he got really beefed up over COVID.
Oh,
I mean, for a guy
cool.
his age. Yeah. This is not what we're supposed to be doing right now.
That's cool. Tim Cook is cool.
I actually like him as a CEO.
He looks kind.
I'm sure, like any other CEO of a successful company, he will terrify you and make you pee your pants when he yells at you.
Probably.
But in general, seems like a good guy.
I could be yelled at, though, by about a 3-year-old, and it would still terrify me, but that's me. Also, one of the questions here, we're going to get back on track. One of the questions is, what is the difference between Tim Cook and Steve Jobs? There's a lot of differences. There are two distinct people, by the way.
Wait, what?
It says, what is the difference between Tim Cook and Steve Jobs?
Even if they were identical twins, they would be two separate people.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, let's stop judging what other people search for on the internet. And
Judge hard.
Okay, so my brain is not done recovering, but I am really hopeful that I may just have to really stick to the basics.
Yes.
My next level, like, I need to get those things cleared up. I have more shortcuts that are broken. Like, I have now fixed the one that I fixed on here twice, and I'm like, I got nothing. You can't take this one now. So, so it's actually, I should check if that's actually a task and just make sure it is in OmniFocus. So I have all of these like really great getting organized projects I want to take on at some point, but really today I'm gonna do the basics. My stretch goal in my brain, the conference video is already done. Now that is dangerous because I actually have not submitted it yet.
Yeah.
But I feel for the first time free to start planning, wrapping up the course.
Yep.
And so in my like, oh gosh, if I could have this go the way I would love to have it go, it would involve me like getting out the calendar, maybe even like printing a new one off to my iPad. And you know, I like the thing I do for it, but it means I can't have one for people to download all the time, because now changes. Yes. You know, I print it from a real calendar. Anyway, so I would like print up a new calendar and just like, okay, this is, you know, now till the conference basically, which is the first week of November, ADHD conference. It's fun. And okay, how do I get all of the different pieces done? Of course, I'm very aware I might be planning with my coach tomorrow. Hey, let's talk about how do I break this up into like bite-sized classes for the whole course, because it's a big course. And so yeah, my pie in the sky, I would love to have this happen. I could benefit from reviewing my projects, but I won't feel comfortable. The thing that will cause me the most anxiety is the calendar. And so I kind of have to go in that order.
Yes.
So I'm going to take care of some of the basics, and then my pie in the sky is really like, okay, can I plan out this project?
Yep.
and like look at my next couple months and figure out like, do I have time for a beta test of my course before I actually release it? Things like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Understood. Timelines. Makes sense.
Right? So yeah, that's I have a stretch goal and a like, but really I need to remember, and maybe you can help me with this, to pat myself on the back for doing any review at all when part of me wants to be asleep right now.
Yes, it does.
So, and doing it and getting back on track. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to pat you on the back for being here, because we were texting and being here was hard today.
It was hard today. It's
Yep.
sad. Oh, we do have some comments from Ozak. Unclear deadlines are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Ozak says they've seen Steve. Was it Steve Jobs or was it? Oh, okay. Saw Tim Cook and then said the answer to the question, "What's the difference?" is one is alive.
I didn't want to say it. Well done, Ozak. Yes.
And then yeah, a thing on evaluating versus judging. I think we actually were judging though.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
There may have been some evaluation in there. It was mostly judging. Yep.
Oh, and I'm a little giggly. So
I
all
can
right.
be very catty and horrible people. Turns out
You are?
we can together.
Oh, okay. I missed what you said because I was like looking at getting my screen share going.
Brittany and I can be horrible people.
We can be catty. Yes, it has happened. So, you know. Oh, so today I am using this microphone, which actually can rub against my neck. So we'll see how if it's any better than the thing from whatever my MacBook does.
I haven't heard that. Yeah, now that you mention it, I have not heard the.
But did you hear it at our meeting earlier?
Not that I remember.
Well, I didn't have them in then.
Maybe I heard it, but I just dismissed it 'cause it's been so long. But I definitely haven't heard it in this call.
Okay. So. Anyway, so if anybody wants to let me know, you can totally let me know. All right, I'm gonna screen share our plan.
In the document.
The document. And I
dun,
didn't
dun, dun.
uncross anything. Nope. There we go.
Yay.
Man, last week feels like so long ago.
Word.
Oh, actually, I do want to review that one project again. I honestly, you know what would be the best thing for me this week? If we could just do a weekly review every day this week, and I'd be on top of things again.
That would feel nice. That would feel very good.
Right? I'll give it some thought. It also depends on how much I catch up on sleep tonight.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, can you help me with this? It is marking changes. Do we have track changes on somehow?
You're editing.
I am editing. Apparently it was only suggesting, which...
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Oh gosh. Poor Jedi Yoga. Look at that hiding down there so I don't see it.
I know.
Because they do not have the brain space. Okay. It's funny when neither of us were adults on the same day.
I'm not doing too bad. I've been worse, I guess.
No, actually you're being pretty good. So, are we ready to dive in and do a review?
I am. I'm typing my first little one here. Now there's a strike through on this. Hang on. I can see 2 suggestions. Haha.
Well, maybe you need to turn yours into edit mode too.
Mine's edit mode. Now I can see your suggestions in the record here.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Hit the checkbox, and maybe I'll make them go away.
More options. I can't resolve it.
Oh, well,
it's fine. It's just a little bubble. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Colleen, I don't want to clear my notifications. They look
I
awful.
know. Can you clear one, a singular one?
You are so patient with me. I am, as we like to say, skywalking hard today.
You are. Yes. No, I am in a very patient mood lately. I had a thing yesterday. I forgot to tell you about this. It wasn't all that exciting. Well, for you it would have been. But I had a full day of work. I was feeling tired, and my hatchling was out with Grandpa, and I missed the hatchling very much. And I got a call from a friend who I know is going through some stuff, and they said, "Hey, do you have time for a phone call?" And I thought, here we go. And I said yes, and I talked to him for an hour, and I kind of coached him pretty much. And I was very patient. I was a very useful engine.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It was good.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, how much do I owe you? I'm like, it's on the. And you know that I did a good job because when he asked me, okay, what should I taught, and then he said like point blank, what should I do in this case? He ended up doing the opposite of what I said. So that means he was thinking for himself.
Okay.
Yep.
Because sometimes that means that they're just not listening.
No, he listened. He made the decision. So yeah. Yep. So okay, we're ready. You're gonna do one notification. What?
Yeah, I okay. Oh, just one for reals?
Well, reels. You can only have to do one. Well, you don't have to do any, but I would recommend as an ADHD coach that you start small.
Okay, so if I can only do one, if I can only bring myself to do one, then I just go on to the next thing.
Yep.
Okay. Then I come back to it. I don't want to wear my glasses. Wow. Okay. I apologize in advance for all the skywalking I'm about to do.
Yeah. Anybody like watching this or watching it back who can't deal with skywalking,
which is
maybe put it on
whining
mute
incessantly.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm only highlighting notification before the S.
Ah, okay, singular. I see that. I see what. Yeah.
I have so many because all of the shortcuts that don't work send me like 5 notifications. Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on a sec. Oh gods. Hi. I thought of a really clever thing last time where I put the Zoom on my phone so that I could listen to my music on the computer. Can I
leave and come back? Yes, I will grant you permission to come back.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry.
Participants can see my application. Hi.
What?
I see a green door.
I'm here. Oh, wait a second.
Hey, there you are. Okay.
Wow.
So is your check, like in case people are curious about doing it themselves, are you checking in with yourself about anything in particular?
It's funny. It's sort of like an emotional brain dump. It's sort of like, is there any feels or needs that have been neglected over the past 7 days?
Okay.
Like, oh, I should do laundry. Oh, I need to pick up some milk. Oh, this and that, like functional things. That's sometimes in a brain dump. This is like, I would really like to play Lego Star Wars with my husband. I would really like to go on a walk that didn't feel like functional exercise. I would like to swim, like sort of emotional needs things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is intentionally vague, partially due to the nature of the beast. So thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sounds good. I think I'm procrastinating now, so we should probably start.
Okay, let's start.
All right. Ready to work. Not really, but I'll give it my best shot.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna clear a notification. Okay. I actually did clear one, but it feels like cheating because it was actually just somebody liked my Twitter post, which I feel I need to point out is not a notification that makes any noise. Okay, that notification. Speaking of notifications. And since I don't really have an action to fix these shortcuts, in case anybody looking to update to iOS 15 on Monday is listening, it's a problem with it not running. If you have a lot of shortcuts embedded within other shortcuts, like a shortcut tells another shortcut to run, and then there's certain actions in there that aren't running, and I can't fix it. So the only time there's really an action is if it's like, oh, I actually really need to run that. So let me go grab my iPad that's on iPadOS 14 and run it. So no, my iPad's not getting updated for a while. In which case, like, and that's a very appropriate thing for a notification to be, is like a, hey, here's a thing you need to do. Oh, excuse me. It's like I haven't slept or something. All right. I think I'm going to test these other reminders on my iPhone. The funny thing is I just went for a walk because my new routine I want to do is on Wednesday, we finish up with our guild meeting, and then I want to go for a walk, like get some food, go for a walk, and come back to do this. So theoretically, when I'm out for a walk, that's a great time to clear my notifications. Except this time I was hunting for plums. Most of them are not still in season. I learned that the hard way. I could tell it's been a rough week because there's a bunch of stuff for me. By my standards, there's a bunch of stuff that is overdue in OmniFocus, which I try to never like let that get out of control. It's always a sign that life has actually been getting out of control. Okay. We talked about this last week. Colleen being my work wife. We have the level of intimacy where I just looked down and I was like, why do I have a task that says something about diapers? It's because I had Colleen's task manager open and not mine. It's usually hidden, but mm, mm. Wow. I think I found a project that might be wrong in OmniFocus. Oh, oh my gosh. For the record, I still don't want to do this, but I don't want to slightly less. And I am going to benefit a lot from the cleaning up I'm doing. Wow. Nice, Ozak. Finishing some stuff. Broken down by what I need before 5 to do before 5 p.m., before 7 p.m., and before tomorrow morning. Nice. Like it. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I just found more stuff that needs cleaning up in that project. Wow, I don't want to be doing this. I mean, like impressively a lot, I don't want to. Okay. Like it just, you know, that thing where you see another thing you have to do and you just feel this like heavy, oh, like, oh, I don't want to. Okay. It's like, why can't I see the bottom? The Zoom thing was there. Okay. I think that did it. Oh, I just remembered some other things I need to do. Heads up, if you're following my timer, I think it's going to be one of those days where I have to give myself permission to take the break at the 15. That's actually why that's there. I don't know if I've ever explained it. It was like a 15-minute and then a 5, and the 5's like, you know, if you don't want to, or if you just finish something, go ahead and take your break early. If I'm like, you know, trying to discipline myself, I skip over it, but oh, whoa. I'm hitting a wall. I don't think this is one of those days where I'm going to be able to get away with like, yeah, I was totally about to do that thing. Because I just said, oh yeah, that's another thing I need to do. I have no idea what that was. Oh, right. I think I just need like a montage of like all the Skywalkers whining. And then I'll just play that when I feel like whining, like I do today. I'll just insert a clip. You know, Kylo having a lightsaber tantrum, and I wanted to go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters, all that jazz. Hmm. I just have that kind of day where I'm about to go do something and I forget what it was 6 times. This is your brain on no sleep. Yay, I did a thing. This is exactly the kind of day that tallies were built for. Like, am giving myself a point for every time I do a thing because, oh man. It's like pointed out, communicating with people about what can be done by when. That's important. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. My notifications contain only things that have actions that are, anyway, there's two, and it's fine. One of them is just stuff I need to pack before I leave here. Okay, that I did, except I still need to do my pin threads because I have one. And I thought to myself when I first got that text, I was like, you should go take care of it right now because it'll just sit here until Wednesday and you will want to do it on Wednesday.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm whiny. How's it going for you?
It's good. Yeah.
I saw your thing.
Thanks. Yeah, I figured since I don't comment that it would be important for folks to know what's going on because this is all about that too, you know?
Yeah, I like it. I love that. Like, ruthless about your expectations of yourself for the next 7 days.
Yep.
I should take a lesson from that.
You are welcome to if you so choose.
Yeah. Oh, my sighs have a lot of mood.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. I'm not completely crashing, I promise. Okay,
No, not at all. Like I could only see the top of your head in the frame for a bit there.
I just think you're a unicorn who is just like, yep, I pruned Google Keep, done. Instead of, I worked on it for a while. There's still a lot of crap in it.
Well, I am a unicorn, but I also, my inbox is where I dump all the random stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, and there's some crud right now, like not old crud that I've ignored, but there's 36 items in there, and I don't want to look at most of it. So, yeah, Google Keep is. I literally have no idea where to keep this. Like my diet is so restricted that I keep a menu there because there's things that I have cooked that I forget exist. You'd think I'd remember because there's so few, but apparently not. So it's like, where do you keep that if it's digital? I don't know. So it goes Google Keep, and then like my life rules and stuff. So my wait list is there. Like, yeah, it's anyway, I appreciate the compliment though.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, back to it.
Okay. I'm trying to do my thumbnail. Okay. Yeah, there's a noise that Slack makes. I have given Slack no permission to make any noises ever. I have no idea why it's doing that. But I had my committee meeting yesterday, so I had Slack open. Okay. Unpinning message. Okay, well, I'm gonna, wow, that it might be the least I've ever gotten done in that first segment. I'm impressed. Okay, I did a lot of stuff. Like I had to fix projects and things, but speaking of which, I'm going to tell OmniFocus that this project is reviewed because I'm at least getting credit for that, man. So I am going to do some thinking when I go on the stretch break about, okay, this is the brain I have. It doesn't feel like doing anything. What could I do with it that would be the most efficacious? Because, dude, actually, you know what it might be is emptying my head. That can be really good after a big deadline thing. So that might be the one to go with. Okay. All right. I am going to jump out for a stretch break. If you're using the timer with me, you can jump out with me. And yeah, I think that one will work. Okay. I almost hit stop share. I'm slipping real far, real fast. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go stretch and move and consider caffeine. And I'll be right back. All right. I've been on mute. Oh, I want my brain back. I know. The only way is to finish this up and go to bed. So took a little longer than I meant to. I have allergies and I didn't want to cough on here. Well, any more than I probably will anyway. I am going to set myself up with a new calendar, and then it comes with these blank pages after. Then I will make my little calendar, and then comes with the blank pages, and I'll do my mind sweep there. I'm seeing evidence in my calendar that makes me think my mom is not using her mobile calendar the way she thinks she is. That's the thing we need to talk about. Okay. What's today? Today's the 15th. Okay. We are unable to. Ugh. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, I know what's something I need to do. So it's time for my mind sweep. / brain dump, whatever. I don't know if this is good or bad, but there's only so much fighting with my brain I can do today. So I'm doing a mind sweep, and it goes back to the same one project that I was really wanting to update last week. And because a lot of the actions I just came up with in the mind sweep belong in there, I wanted to quickly look at it. Because not knowing what it said was interfering with my brain coming up with the next thing in the mind sweep. Although I did just think of something else. I'm just trying to go through this very like organically and fluidly, like, okay, this is what I want to do. It's broadly on topic with what this time has been set aside for. Great. I'm good with it. Oh, those are all really good ideas. I didn't do any of those things. FYI, this feels way better, this emptying my head thing. I'm like, okay, oh, I didn't move that up. Oops. This feels a lot better. Excuse me. After a deadline, I think I stopped myself mid-sentence because I'm tired. After a big deadline, it's nice to say, okay, what's left in my world? What could I actually interface with? Or what do I need to interface with? Oh, and here I go thinking of stuff in my calendar that needs to be added. Okay. What is it? Wow. I was like, okay. I don't know if I have the energy to get anything else out. I looked down and it said 22 seconds left. So I did update my calendar. Not like I updated my calendar, but like oh, I realized something important in my world was happening and not captured in my calendar. Um, so yeah, I think that went pretty well. I updated one thing in OmniFocus, but mostly this was really about capturing some things like, oh, what were the last couple things to wrap up this paperwork? Okay. Oh, that context is slightly different than it had at OmniFocus. So I like made a slight adjustment to it. So yeah, I think that's not what I meant to do. And there we go. So yeah, I think that went pretty well. I'm recognizing that I might not get a lot further than that this week. But I will next work on the calendar overview for this coming week. I will have my nephew for a good chunk of that. And so that will definitely impact. In fact, that was his arrival tomorrow, Friday, is what I was capturing, because I need to know whatever work I've got planned, it needs to be done before he gets here, because it won't get done after that. In fact, I'm gonna make a note to wrap work day before he comes. Okay. So yeah, I've got that. And I'm feeling okay about things. I'm not hating it as much. I'm still exhausted, because I'm going to be exhausted, but I am feeling a lot better about what I actually have here. And yeah, I'm going to start this over without dropping my port. And I'm going to go stretch, because I put in a lot of time at this desk this last week, and it is not that great for my posture. So I'm going to go take a stretch and then come back, and I will tackle my calendar overview and try to get my head back around, what does time look like? All right, I will see you shortly. Let's pull down the, we'll be able to see Colleen's at the same time. All right. I could do that. All right. So I've got that there, and I'll be right back. I'm not gonna lie, this time I kind of didn't want to come back. Oh, I gotta put my headphones in. Oh, sky walking, sky walking. Yeah, I am that tired. There's bed on the floor that I made the other night when I did my all-nighter here and didn't go home. And it is just a mattress on the floor right behind this computer screen, and it is looking very inviting. So I'm gonna do my best to finish this out, but also to get it done quickly, I think, because what I really need is sleep. I've been mostly in meetings since 8 a.m. Okay, so I'm looking at my calendar, mostly because I'm very motivated, but the bed right behind the screen. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I don't know why this is that I can't visualize certain issues that I might have until I am like right in the middle of it. But I'm suddenly realizing, oh, if I'm going to be staying at the other place next week, and sometimes the Wi-Fi is questionable, do I need to do something about that, right now before there's people there? Long story, but oh. And is there actually anything I can do? There may not be. That's another thing I need to do, which is packing. Wow, there's actually a lot happening next week. Oh my. Hmm. Yeah, that puts a lot of pressure. So assuming this is correct, my editor is off his other job 5 days next week. That means any of my last footage I really need to get this week. So many things were thrown off by that one deadline kind of not existing. Oh. Okay. Oh. Wow. I just feel like the world is coming at me, man. Sort of gone past just the next week. But there's a lot to prepare for in the following week and then into the next one. I'm making faces because there's stuff I wanted to do that I'm actually removing from my calendar because it's no longer happening, which is sad, but it's way better to remove it from my calendar and not keep being reminded about sad things that aren't happening. and have a calendar I can trust. Oh my gosh. There is so much more I could do here, but I am fading. So I'm doing something kind of silly, but that's been bothering me for a really long time because this is what I have the energy for. Something that has been bothering me is that I had 2 color calendars that look too similar. Oh. Okay. And it's been very confusing. So I am, wow, I am really tired. um,
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, how are things going?
They're good. I effectively finished a review.
What?
I don't know what
What
that
is
is.
this madness?
I know. I don't know what it is. I mean, in fairness, there was 1 or 2 things that I skipped, and there are some that are not every single week. So that's relevant, but I did. So
Wow, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and just have us exit interview or review today.
okay.
So you were saying?
Yeah, no, I was I did that. I went from 41 inbox to 23. And for me, when I process inbox, I usually add stuff. So like I added a reminder, an item to my inbox, to my routines to do hand cream, because when it gets into the winter, I really need that to be a regular thing. But then so I checked that off, like add this to your routines. But then I added another item, which was refill the beside the front door hand cream container. So even though I did a thing, I didn't decrease my inbox by one with that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty common. I also have done the thing, and I feel like what could be a more ADHD way of handling GTD than it's clean now, so I can fill it with everything, because obviously I have a handle on this whole GTD inbox thing.
Sure. Yeah. Then there's also that thing of like, if it's not available, then your brain goes, no, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. Right. I just stopped putting it in because you have no trust in the system and all the good stuff.
It's like, whoo, all the things.
I found looking at next week incredibly helpful, because I was like, oh, right. Do I need to do things like shore up the internet for the place I will be staying next week? Or pack? Do I need to plan that? Oh, right. There's no lights there because they all are systematically dying. And there's no windows. So it's a long story. Effectively, there are no windows for light. And so, oh, right, I need to pack some lights. And, oh, right, I should clean out my car. And not like I should, but as in, I need enough space for myself and another human being and a suitcase in my car. And currently there is not room for that.
Yeah.
Because I've been really good at occasionally putting things in my mostly abandoned car during the pandemic and never taking them out.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you are not the only person who has that problem.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you'll notice there was no shame on me for doing that. I was just like, yeah, it's awful. Yeah.
Yep.
And so, right, like, oh, that's a thing. Could my nephew help with that? Because he's going to be arriving at this location on Friday. And then, so I wrote like a packing list, and I made a list of things to finish up the course. And yeah, so like looking ahead, even though I have way more I could do for the week ahead, and it was really like the next 2 weeks that I looked at, I was like, oh, okay, I factored these things in, and I am going to be slightly less blindsided when the week comes, and that will be great.
Yes.
Like I said before, I could totally use more, and my brain is done. It's just done. I was like, I'm not hating this anymore. I'm appreciating the benefit I'm getting out of it. And I don't think I can stay awake. I'm not sure I can drive back to my house before I sleep.
Oh, no.
So, but I think my husband's out to dinner with his mom anyway.
Okay.
Ozak was saying it's good to be aware of being really tired and what that means too in terms of like our adjusted and altered limits. Yeah, totally. But lists are good. I totally agree. And there's a lot of things I don't need. Like I have underwear and socks there. I don't need to pack those. You know, I do have some things at the other place, but there's a lot I don't have because I haven't spent much time there in the last year and a half. From when I actively lived in 2 cities. So, yeah, the issues with the internet is we're going to be being out the main part of the house, and I stay in a separate part of it, and the Wi-Fi is in the main house. So if there's a problem, I can't fix it.
Yeah.
Without like a whole ordeal. So
yeah.
Anyway, I've got a lot more I could do, and I am actually going to take a look at my energy levels tomorrow at Coach and decide, am I going to try this again tomorrow? It is entirely possible that I will say, nope, I am out of energy tomorrow. But I'm like, I could get to a place where I felt really good about what was going on. And I'm not there yet. I'm just better than I was, but I'm also recognizing these are my limits for today. I have hit them. People my age shouldn't be pulling all-nighters.
Yeah. In the case of me personally, people in the age should not be pulling all-nighters. I don't do that. That's not a thing.
Fair.
But yes, and you have pulled your fair share of all-nighters in your life.
Oh yeah, I have. And I do not bounce back as fast as I did when I was 20. Just don't.
Yep.
But I know I still do way better with it than lots of people, or otherwise it would have never even been a possibility.
Yeah.
So anyway, who does not know, my superpower is not sleeping. This is not usually a good thing.
No.
But occasionally it comes to my aid. So yeah. I am too sleepy to wrap this up. Can you help me?
I'm
sort of dying.
Want to / we're very tired. And we are awesome. And now I'm gonna go and find out what's up with my offspring. It's always concerning when you text the person who's in charge of your child and you're like, hey, how's it going? And an hour later, you haven't heard anything. It's like, Now, it could be a nap on my mom's part too.
Right.
So like, so I'm gonna find out what's up with that. And try and get as much as my list today view routine thing done so that I can be available to mom when that is required. And how
good. I'm gonna go to sleep. I did make a confession on about you being my work wife. Because I was running a shortcut and it happened to be like a guild member renewal shortcut.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking down, and actually what I realized is the redo of the Todoist app looks a lot like the beta of the OmniFocus app.
Oh.
Especially in night mode, which my phone is in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had this moment of like, what? Because I'm not really used to the beta, because a lot of my automations are still opening up the regular one. It's still in my dock, which is probably my fault. Well, that is my fault. But like, anyway, I've not been utilizing the beta as much as I should. And so I just looked down and I'm like, why do I have diapers on my list? Of course, I'm also half asleep. Why do I have diapers on my list? And then I had to confess that I had your task list on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I'm like, why is there diapers? That occurred to me before. Why is there literally any green on here? Because OmniFocus has nothing in green.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, wait, this is Colleen's.
Well, if you want to feel free to do any of the things I need to do, go right ahead.
It's going to be super hard from across the continent.
Would be. Mm-hmm.
But I'll bear that in mind. I also can't take your supplements for you.
No, that wouldn't work.
No.
That wouldn't work.
All right. So yeah, I think I got a lot out of it, even though I am craving the feeling I will have for doing more. So we'll see where I am with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really proud of myself for doing it. And if I don't dig around on my phone and just either go home or actually fall asleep right here in this room, I'll count that a victory.
Yeah.
In my current mental state.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, especially Zach making the comments in the chat. And yeah, I'm excited and probably going to see you next week. I will have my nephew, so I will tweet out if something is awry. But I'm going to try to get him on board with the idea of doing a review with me, and which would be a very bizarre adventure and have a lot more interruptions even than our normal one.
Well, I will say that if it's like, nah, he just really needs you or something, you could just throw it on and I could do it by myself.
True.
We have
Okay,
done that.
so we'll plan to do it one way or the other.
Yeah, I'll be here for that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And I will see y'all next week.